You know what this callous hands working this red dirt land, picking up scraps and broken things, making them work again. Mike will make it, Mike will make it, from the dust and rust and pain. Mike will make it, Mike will make it, something strong from what remains. Mike will make it. You seen it down in the heat, sweat dripping on concrete, taking your trash, you're thrown away, building tomorrow today. Mike will make it, Mike will make it, from the dust and rust and pain. Mike will make it, Mike will make it, Mike will make it. Let's make it. Folks, let me tell you about the way I live. Taking scraps from the junkyard, got so much to give. West Texas wind blowing hard across my face, but I keep on building steady at my own pace. You throw it out, I pick it up, make it brand new. Metal beams and wooden planks, I see right through to what they could become in these weathered hands. While you're sitting pretty, I'm making my stand. Rusty nails and broken glass, that's my gold mine. Every piece tells a story, every scar defines the man I am, the work I do, the life I chose. When the dust settles down, everybody knows. When the well runs dry and the bank says no, I'll be here still, making something grow. Mike will make it, Mike will make it, from the dust and rust and pain. Mike will make it, Mike will make it, something strong from what remains. Mike will make it, Mike will make it, till the sun burns out again. Mike will make it.
Okay, how about that? Hey, there we go. Maybe I got something in here. Stupid ass technical problems. Maybe you guys have got me. Maybe you don't. Let me check my settings. For the love of God. Okay, thank you, Fly. Sorry about that. Let me check it one more time. Make sure everything is good to go and copacetic. Okay, we're good to go. We're feeling beautiful as far as the meters that are doing their thing on the meter thing. I'm so glad to see you guys. I am so happy to see you guys. I cannot tell you how much I have waited to do this Chootin Da Poop, because secretly I kind of expected it was going to be relevant, but now as things continue to progress, I'm sorry, the rain, hopefully the noise cancellation on the microphone is cutting out the storm that is here in Lubbock, Texas. I think it's a little more relevant than ever. And that is, hey Keith, what's up? At Two Dudes, what's up, brother? Good to see you, man. The big thing that I think that's more relevant than ever is understanding the STH SHTF and how to get around it. So tonight is going to be an exercise about exercising those kind of diagnostic muscles, those kind of things that maybe some people understand in the back of the mind, but they might understand a little more forefront. Calvin, what's up, man? Good to see you, man. Good to see you, Heather, Keith, Tom. I'm glad every one of you are here, man. I appreciate you guys. Tonight is why am I SHTF? The shit hits the fan video. And it's pretty applicable, maybe, because it's Friday the 13th, because every Friday the 13th, the shit hits the fan, right? But I think it's relevant. So tonight is all about trying to exercise those neurons, trying to get those engineering juices going, and helping you guys to be prepared if you're ever in a scenario that is potentially forces greater than you are locking out power, locking out water. You find yourself scrounging. The first thing I want to ask, in a post-apocalyptic situation, if you have minimal preparedness, what's more important to you? Having a hardened bunker or knowing that your neighbors all understand you're useful? I'd love to hear what you guys have to say in the chat. Sorry, I've been up for days. I'll be honest. I've been working really hard on this and a bunch of other personal things. So forgive me if I shit doesn't just magically hit the fan. Someone has to throw it. Oh, good observation, Glenn. Who's throwing the shit? Does it matter at that point? Once the shit has hit the fan, I guess, do you care who threw it? My personal opinion is I would much rather know that my entire neighborhood sees me fixing things, repairing things, building things, and they know I'm a useful asset to their potential community. If I squall down at a bunker and hide, then I'm no good to them. I'm no use to them. And they have no incentive to take care of me, right? It's a pretty crazy thing. It's a weird frame of mind. I'd love to have you guys join in the pinned comment and talk to me up here. If you'd like to contribute, even you, Glenn, by all means, click the link. Let's have a conversation about it. Miss Heather says, bunker is greater than neighbors, but I'm selfish. Yeah, that's great. That is. I wonder about how long that situation lasts and what do I have to do to endure longer than any preparation that I've done in my Fallout crazy shelter, right? Did I lose a chat? I'm sorry. Let me refresh this chat. Apologies, guys. I know I also have a storm coming in, so it's pretty damn ridiculous. Bring the neighbors into the bunker. Kobayashi Maru. Oh, somebody's a Trekkie. Holy goodness. John, what's up, brother? Good to see you, my friend. We're talking about ridiculous disaster prep. And I'm starting with the ultimate basics. Don't get intimidated. I'm not going to dive into crazy engineering theory or anything crazy. I'm trying to start from the very beginning. Those of you that understand anything about electrical energy and electronics, you might understand why I've made this. No, it's not a storm. It's not a snowstorm. It's pelting a thunderstorm. There's torrential rain. It's pretty nuts. No, I'm good, John. I'm really good, John. Thank you for coming in, man. Isaiah, what's up, brother, man? Good to see you. Isaiah is an incredible computer engineer, and he is awesome at these things. Oh, fly. You want me to turn off the noise cancellation? I don't know if I can, but there's a prolific amount of rain. I mean, it's patting down pretty awesome. It's coming down in sheets, if I'm honest. The next in numbers would just be dependents. Okay. The neighbors $2 down will be an asset. Well, that'd be phenomenal, but I'd like to make you your own asset. Can we do that? And the first part is understanding basic principles, I guess, about electricity and how it does what it does. And I made this because this, I'm going to get close with the camera, this is probably one of the biggest things you guys will find advantage in. I'd love to hear if anybody knows why I've done this with this piece of wire. And if you want to join in the conversation, you can click the link that's pinned at the top of the comments. We can talk about it all together. But I'm interested. I have a test for you guys so useful, in my opinion. Alternating current. Oh, that's okay. You're getting there. We're talking about the flow of electrons going through a conductive material. So you're on the right track. Not exactly AC, because AC is alternating. What I mean is, when it's AC, when the positive leg is giving electrons, it will go this way. And then it will switch. And then they'll go the other way. And they'll alternate back and forth. So that's alternating current. It's alternating from one side to the next, from here to here to here to here, back and forth. Direct current means I'm going directly from here to here. And there's nothing that changes. All of these things are critically important when shit hits the fan. Because being able to generate DC current and being able to generate AC current are two totally different things. But we'll get into that later on. Thank you for the 12 people that are in here. I love every one of you. I appreciate you being in here. Please, I hope you'll subscribe to the channel. I'm going to try to give you what I can give you. I'm going to do my best through the coming months to get us equipped. Yes, AC/DC. Absolutely. I'm going to get us equipped with at least the basic knowledge that might be able Plywood says it's mixed up. It doesn't know which way to go. And thank you, Plywood, for being a member. Oh my God, how long have you been a member? At least 6 months? Maybe longer? I encourage everybody in here to be a member. Please consider it. It's 10 cents a day. I hope you'll consider it. I'm going to do my best to give you every damn piece of knowledge I can give you and make you equipped not only for, I guess, the potential apocalypse, but for whatever hardships are in front of you. I hope you'll consider it. Thank you, Plywood, for being a member as long as you've been. I really do appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. So, this Plywood's been in for 6 months. Atta boy. Good man. Thank you so much. Let me show my love to this man. 2 seconds. Calvin's in here for 7 months. Really, your support has been incredible. And I'd love to be able to earn your membership if I can. But this little simple, stupid coil of wire, I don't think you have any idea how transformative and revolutionary this was. Soon after we discovered we could harness electricity, the minute we figured out we could coil up a piece of conductive material like copper, then we can make what's called an inductor. An inductor is incredible. To put it simply, if I hooked up my vape to any amount of power, it would rush the electrons in and give as much power as this thing is ready to receive, and that generates heat, which potentially makes the batteries in my vape explode. But this changes that. What happens is there's a coil that generates a magnetic field. And that magnetic field encourages electrons to chase after it, depending on how many coils there are. So what I can do at that point, sorry, hold on, let me catch up. I go lit based on the provided. There's no direct transmission by a character in the mic is holding the coil. Man, it's probably accurate. But depending on the number of coils I have, I can give this current that's going to my vape incentive to only go so far before it decides it's going to take this loop-de-loop and come back to my power source. So these are indispensable. This is just the coil of wire spooled up. I don't know if I need to get closer, but it's just a spool of wire wrapped up in a coil. But what happens here, this is one of the most fundamental things you can understand about harnessing your own electricity. The inductor. The inductor is indispensable. I'll show you. Right here, I have a powerful neodymium magnet. It'll just fall, just like gravity. But what has happened is it got trapped in the electromagnetic field. And started to emanate its own electrons. And yes, I just got shocked. So, I don't know, can you guys hear that rain coming down outside? My God. Sorry, Calvin. I'll replay it again. Give me just a minute. What I did was I have a magnet, a very powerful neodymium magnet. When it passes through electric coils, it generates resistance that makes an electric charge. So when I do it outside of the coil, it just falls. When I do it within the coil, it's held at that. In an ideal situation, people will build these as an educational aid, and it will slow down and will gradually fall through as it makes a minimal charge. But yeah, I mean, this one got hung up in stasis, and yeah, it started generating an electric current. So I want you to understand this is as simple as it takes to make electricity. Whew. Thank you, soldier. Please smack that like button. Please hit like. Please subscribe. Please consider becoming a member. I would love you guys today. Fly, could it start a fire in the woods? Yes, it hypothetically could. This is an induction coil. Now, for those of you that don't know, but you may have gone to the grocery or gone to the department store, you know they make induction heaters or induction stovetops. The same principle applies, is that a magnet is put in the middle of a coil and it heats up. What kind of metal? Well, anything magnetic combined with anything conductive. What you need to do is move the magnet or place the magnet in the middle of anything that's conductive. And when you do that, it will generate its own electric current. And when it does that, it will generate heat. And yeah, I got my ass bit a couple of times right there, but I thought it was pretty funny. I hope you guys loved it. Yeah. If you wrap the coils in the right way, sorry about the rain. Yeah, I've been up for a while, Kevin. I'm sorry. Let me show you what else I mean. If I took the same coil and I curved it and I did it in a full circle and then I did it 2 or 3 times, you could see how that becomes an induction stovetop, because the magnetic field has been passing through that so many times that it generates so much heat. You might have even seen it. All the metal begins to glow red because it's so much heat, it has nowhere else to go. This is one of many things I want to talk about tonight. It is the shit hits the fan, Friday the 13th, CTP. I probably prefer wrapping them the wrong way. It's just going to go the other direction and do the same damn thing. I would love for somebody to join my exercise. And my exercise is I have always been about salvaging, repurposing, rebuilding what you find. Isaiah says he can't wait till his shit hits the fan. I love that you said that because there is two schools of thought about that. There are people that hear shit hits the fan and they have this sense of existential dread. And then there are those that are knowledgeable, at least in the basics, and went, fuck yeah, let's go. I'm already ready. You know? We were promised poop here. Okay, listen. I didn't want to talk about it, but I pooped my pants when the goddamn electricity hit. All right? I don't have smell-o-vision. I don't know what you want me to tell you. I'm doing my damnedest at this point. But I can tell you that that damn thing hit me. It was pretty damn significant, and it might have involuntarily triggered my valves. Just that's not important. What's important is the Dow was over 50,000. Screw my valve. Screw my valve. Okay? The Dow's over 50,000. Anyway, anybody want to play my game? I have a very incredible game that I've lined up for tonight. I hope you guys will enjoy it. I'm going to give you something that you may salvage during the apocalypse. And then I want you to tell me what you'll make out of it. Who's down? Who's game? Click the link. Let's go. Jump right in here. Let's see what you guys got, man. I will tell you something you might find in the garbage. And I want you to tell me what you can make out of it. You need a lighted poo emoji? I don't even know. I mean, if I need to make a poo emoji, you guys tell me. I mean, shit, it's your world. I'm just a squirrel. I mean, whatever it is. Who feels bold enough? Who feels they have enough ingenuity? Who feels they've got enough to be able to take one piece that is given to them and they can make it into something useful? If you can, click the link up top. Come on in. Let's talk. Yeah, we can have a practice round. Let's start with that. A practice round would be as you scavenge in the wilderness, you find a box fan. And what you need is a flour mill. You found a box fan. What you need is a flour mill. You need something that will convert grain into flour. Let's see who's got a good answer for that. You found a box fan, and what you need to do is change grain into flour. So that you can feed your people. Soldier says he knows he can make it work a couple of ways. Jump on up, click the link, let's talk about it. What do you got? Absolutely, let's talk about it. Let's go. Do we have car batteries? Oh, he's on the right track, but let's see if he can finish out the whole scheme. I love to talk to you, Keith. What do you got? Or I love to talk to you, Soldier. What you got, brother? Keith, what do you got? Come up here, click the link. Let's talk about it. Calvin says I'd use the fan to cool myself while I grind with a pestle motor. He's got a molcajete. Oh, God, look at Soldier. There you are, brother.
Yeah.
Good to see you, brother, man. How you seeing, man?
Oh, I'm doing all right. So your problem, this box fan to a flour mill, you can do this a couple of different ways. The first way, you can reverse engineer that box fan. You already have a propeller, but you need something with longer vanes. Put that thing, and you're gonna need some wire. But you can
Okay.
use that to generate electricity. And you
Okay.
probably need an alternator from a car,
Mm-hmm.
uh, so that you can, regulate some of that voltage.
Yes, Heather,
And
prostitution is legal, but I wouldn't recommend it. I'm just saying.
yeah,
Sid's
but
repurposing. What's up, brother? Good to see you, man.
and so you can get some electricity and find an electric flour mill, or uh, you can find another way to generate electricity and get yourself some brake shoe and drum
Mm-hmm.
and turn that drum and mill your flour in that brake drum.
I love that. I love that. I actually thought about it in the idea of I can, in some way, energize the box fan. The box
Right,
fan has a shaft. It will
right.
turn a belt, let's say, and I
Yeah,
get
and
pulley and gear reduction, and it will turn, let's say, a bench grinder
any
stone.
anything.
You know, it'll turn a
Yes,
bench grinder stone, and
right.
that's enough. I can make flour from right there.
Yeah, right. The thing about a box fan or a treadmill motor, it's meant for continuous running.
Right.
So you can use that. You can even, turn that if you need to power something, you can figure a way to turn that shaft and reverse engineer it like with a bicycle. And you can run that by like a dynamo and generate your own power if you.
I love that you said that because I know that a treadmill is a permanent magnet DC motor, meaning the
Yes.
magnets generated in the field are set in place. So
Mm-hmm.
if I reverse it, then yes, I
Yep.
can generate power out the back end.
Yes.
But a box fan is a shaded pole motor, which is
Yes.
technically AC.
Yes.
And you can't reverse it so much. But I can put power in and get rotation.
Get rotation out.
Yes.
But could you take, say, a charge controller from a solar system and use that AC, because like the charge controller doesn't know what's making the voltage. It just knows it's getting voltage and charge batteries.
Fly, you're okay. We're gonna bring it down so that you understand exactly where we're going at. Hopefully, we'll get down there. The thing about this is we have to presume that the person that is participating has only the basic understanding about electric, meaning they understand AC, DC, and that's about it.
Okay.
So from there, what would you do from there? I know how I know easily I can generate DC power,
Yes.
which
Mm,
for those of you
there.
that don't know, you just put a couple of magnets around one of these inductors, and you will
Mhm.
get DC power
Yes.
easily.
So my thought is then going back to using the box fan, you know, find a way to power that box fan, turn that brake drum, use that brake pad as your abrasive, and grind that flour. It would
Okay,
probably be better for meal than like cornmeal than flour,
right.
but you can make all kinds of stuff out of coarse meal because people did it for tens of thousands of years before they started milling flour.
Of course, of course. Now, I got another fun one for you. You can have
Okay.
a great amount of fun for this. Here you go, Jim. You have a windshield wiper, and you need to make a washing machine.
Like a windshield wiper motor
Yeah,
or
you got
just
the
the
windshield
wiper?
wiper motor, and you need to make a washing machine.
Okay, those are stepper motors, and they'll only push about 12 to 15 pounds. So you would need you know you would need a plastic 5-gallon bucket. So go and hit up a Rural King, and then um see, we had one of the little dorm washers when we lived in an apartment, and you need to run a load pretty quick, and it had a little spinner on it, and it was just a stepper
Right.
motor.
Even if the
Uh,
impeller was really small, yeah, it does
yeah,
not.
I mean, and you could make that impeller out of like the little window fan or the little desk fan that only has and you would just take the little screen, like you get to go in the bottom of your paint bucket so you can swash it out and fill that thing with water, and like go around, hit up your pine trees, boil that boil pine, boil pine cones and pine needles, boil that down until you get that sticky pine tar. Seal that
Exactly.
tub
You
up.
want
You got it.
you want pine resin? Yeah.
Yep. And you can power that on, I mean, if you got a hand crank emergency radio, there's a dynamo in there. You can power that stepper motor.
Yes. I think it's incredible that there are so many of those basic principles that are right out there in front of us. We just have to learn them.
Yep.
But unfortunately, there's so few people that understand them. One of the big things that I figured out for myself was if I have a DVD player, I can make a solar panel tracking device
Yes.
that will follow the sun
Hmm.
and give me the most sun all day long.
I have project plans somewhere for a 3D printer that you cobble together out of 4 VCRs, and you get the stepper motors from there,
Right?
and then just aluminum extrusion is everywhere,
Well,
and you
I was
don't
going to say,
really.
forgive me if I said 3D printer, I meant an inkjet printer.
Yes.
Any paper printer. If I got
Yes.
that or a DVD player, I can
Hmm.
track the sun and get all the solar energy I need.
Yep.
Fly says they should be teaching this stuff in school. Yes, they should.
You don't even want me get on that soapbox because I'm a full-time substitute teacher and I could fill libraries with what
Right.
they don't learn.
I mean, people wonder, they will think ahead to a degree, meaning that, okay, the cell phone networks will be down. So I need to download as much hard data as I can. And then it's accessible to me after the fact, right?
Yep, right.
But they don't think about the most rudimentary thing, which is how are you going to keep the phone charged? You know, I mean,
How
how do
how
you,
are you how are you going to access it if you have it stored in the cloud?
right?
Or how are you? You need hard copies of certain things.
I love that we're having this conversation. I'm not
I,
talking about current politics. I'm just saying there's a potential at any time that the
yep,
shit hit the fan.
yep.
And when it does, you got to be able to understand what the hell you need to do at this point. I'd love to hear what Liam has to say. Makers Murphy's in the house. I'm glad to see you, my friend.
That's another problem solver right there.
Absolutely. And I think that it stresses the understanding of the elementary basics that would be so damn cool for us all to know
Yep.
that so few people actually do, you know?
There's. I told you I have a thing for old technical books. There used to be a company, Lindsay's Technical Books. Lindsay's passed on. The bookshop was online for a while as the old time uh, bookstore or granddad's books, something like that. They're gone now, but
Right.
he had books on how to do bearings in a galvanized bucket forge. He had, all kinds of books, everything from distilling to pharmaceutical manual from the early 1700s, how to,
And
uh,
what I love about this
do all that
conversation,
stuff.
seriously, Jim,
Yep.
is that Calvin has secured a book that he's been running through. He's currently been doing like tanning and leatherworking, hide curing,
Hmm.
rendering, like
Yes.
dressing out animals, that kind of thing. But he
Yes.
has an entire book to get you through those basic rudimentary skills. And I think, how do I say this without being political
I'd
or
love to know. I'd love to know the title and author.
um Calvin, are you still here? Could you post the book? The point of it is there's so many things in that book that all of
Right?
us truthfully need to know,
Yes.
but so few have considered the idea of, oh my God, I need to know this.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
like um, if I find, let's say, a carcass
Yeah.
of an animal, well, what do I do at that point? What can I make out of this? What's useful here?
It depends on how ripe it is.
And there's been so many of those disciplines discussed
Yeah.
in that where
Well, we need to somehow figure out. Uh, there
traditional American
used to
skills,
be there
that's
used to be a forum on Facebook uh, called the Guild of Old Tradesmen, and it was really old British guys who still worked in the old trades. We
right.
need to figure out something like that because there is knowledge that is being lost that there is no one to replace it.
Well, and more importantly, I think that those kind of skills are going to be
Yes.
more pertinent than ever.
Yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
I mean, let's say worst case scenario. I don't care where your political lean is.
No, I don't
Point
care
is,
what brand underwear they wear.
if at the end of the day, if it all hits the fan and everything goes in the fucking toilet, you better figure out how to fucking survive. You
Well,
know,
it'll be them, not I mean, it'll be people left to fend for themselves. Those are people who would sell their grandmothers, so they're not looking out for us. They're looking out for them.
right? And that's the big thing that I thought was one of the biggest things I can contribute, and I can do
Yeah,
it now.
right.
And that's that. Oh, I could dig under my house and build a hardened nuclear bunker and whatever, and stock it up,
Yeah,
prep up. Is that as valuable as letting all of my neighbors understand that I build shit? I fix things.
right.
And when it all hits the damn fan, oh, it could be there's that guy that crawled into his damn gopher hole. Or
Yep.
it could be, man, I need to go figure out how I can help that guy
Yeah,
because
right.
he knows how to do what I need him to do.
Yeah, I mean that. I mean when there's none of the electronic wizardry, I mean people are going to have to learn to rely on each other, not strong arm each other, because that's only going to last so long.
Right. At the end of the day, think of it almost like Mad Max. So there's people that are users, there are people that are exerters, and then there are people that are useful. And
Yep.
when you watch movies like Mad Max or any of those crazy movies, the useful people ended up on top.
Yep.
They're the guys that was running the show. And that's because I know a ton of disciplines that you don't understand. And I can tell you how to do all these things you're trying to figure out how to do.
Exactly.
Yeah. I put in the chat mesh tastic. Mesh tastic. My God, I
Yes.
can't even talk. I don't know if any of you know about this, but mesh tastic is a beautiful ground roots organization that has figured out with simple, like Raspberry Pis,
Mm-hmm.
ESP32s, let me be able to receive a signal and transmit it a couple hundred yards.
Right.
And what they've done with it at this point is that they've already started to build their own off grid talk, text, video, data, mobile network
Right.
that just relies on, okay, I'm taking your signal and passing it on to the next guy.
Well,
And
if you're looking for a completely off-grid solution, because there's going to be a time where you can't even power something as small as that. Um, get in an old science book and learn how to build yourself a crystal radio receiver.
yes, yeah. There's a lot of that. There's
And
crystal radios and ham and all of that. But
you
the
you
thing
need
that I thought was so amazing about Meshtastic is that they're building this network
right,
and it's so low voltage. It takes so much, so little power
right,
that I can hook one of those Dollar Tree stupid solar lights onto it and
right.
it gives enough power to it. Like, there you go. You're
I
connected to
just
the
got
networks that it,
myself a little Timu solar setup
right.
and bought myself a battery so I could learn how to do the solar before I actually invest more than about $40 into it.
Right.
And so that's something else I got to monkey around with. But
I
you know,
love the idea of being able to take all of that off conventional grid, and
yeah, exactly.
we're doing what we have to do. I mean, they there are spots in the Virginia Appalachian Mountains
Yep,
where there are so many people that are doing this. They're getting the equivalent of 5G data
that's cool.
without even being hooked up to a damn cellular network.
That's
They're
something I got to learn
there.
more about.
Yeah, Meshtastic. It's phenomenal. Like it's all about configuring that chip to be a
Right,
node and be part of the collective. And once you've done that, oh my God, like I shut off my cell phone service. This is funny. I shut off my cell phone service 3 weeks ago,
right.
and I've been on Meshtastic. And I want you to see how funny this is. I'm solely on Meshtastic. I want to go to Facebook.
Cool.
Oh, hold on. I want you to see how fast this loads up. I'm done. It's
Cool.
just as fast as a damn cell phone network.
I like it.
It's beautiful. All of it is peer to peer, just data sharing. And because everyone is contributing, nobody has a big load. I mean,
Right.
I'm looking right here and I have 7.2 milliamps of power to keep my node up and
That's cool.
passes it up. And here I am. Watch this. How funny is this? I still got my Facebook up. That fast. It just gave me my notifications. It let me do what I'm doing. I mean, it's amazing.
Yeah, I
And
need to learn more about that.
I don't need a cell phone network. I don't need the towers or that dumb crap. You know what I
No,
mean?
and the giant bill that comes every month.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't paid for my cell phone in almost 2 years. It's great. There are so many of these things that nobody understands.
Yeah.
You know? It's
Right.
nuts.
All right, bub. I'm hopping off.
All right, Jim. Good to see you, brother.
Take
Love
care,
to.
brother. You need anything, give us a holler.
I need a lot, if I'm being honest.
All
But
right. What you need? Speak up.
I'm not gonna look.
It ain't Christmas, so I'll make you a pin.
I'm not trying to be that fucking guy, dude.
You're
I'm
not that guy,
I'm I'm putting it together, but the channel kind of flatlined. I mean, I'm
right?
gonna I'm in a way, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But even if nobody does anything, I'll try to figure out something. But I could use some support. I
Right?
won't lie. I really could. I only got 4 people in here. Holy fuck. There's 5 now. Holy shit. Yeah.
Let let me give a thought on how to work that problem.
Don't worry about that, Jim.
I'm gonna work that problem.
Listen, I'm gonna work myself out of it same time. But
Yep, you
just
should.
I'm not going to sit back here and be passive and fucking rely on y'all. I'm just
No,
saying.
I didn't figure.
There's a
But
solution. I
now
gotta find.
we're two, right?
Yeah.
I got you. Don't worry.
I mean, as long as somebody's got my 6, I know I'm going to go 12. You know what I
I got
mean?
you, brother.
Jim, thank you for coming in,
Let's
brother.
work the problem.
We'll solve it.
Yes, sir. Take care.
Amen, brother. See you. Mm-mm-mm.
You can turn your show back on.
Here we go. I'm going to take him out so that he can turn the show back on. Thank you, Liam. Appreciate you, man. Jesus, where have been? What show? Holy shit, Fly. Fuck around. I've been down here for a fucking hour, man. You know, what show did you need? Did you need me to put tassels on my titties? I mean, I could go do that. I gotta go build the tassels, but it'll, and you know, whatever. But holy shit. Liam's like, fuck yes, go build the fucking tassels, dickhead. I gotta warm up my nipples before I do all that. And while I'm warming up the nipples, somebody's gotta click that link at the fucking top. Yes, it was. Jim has done an incredible job tonight. Love him to death. Thank you for acknowledging him, Tom. He was gonna go watch something else. What am I gonna go watch? I still want to know if I have access to car batteries. Yeah, soldiers in there with fucking membership. Let's go. Let's go. Thank you, Jim. Appreciate you, soldier. Love you to death, baby. Anybody else will get fireworks as well if you want to join and become a member. I will love all of you. It's only 10 cents a day. If you want to do that, it's phenomenal. And I would love all of you to the end of time. I have 7 beautiful people sitting in here talking with me, and I love every one of y'all. If you want to join the conversation, click that pin link at the top. Let's talk about how we get through the shit hitting the fan. Thank you, Fly. Appreciate you giving them some love. Keith, in this situation, there will not be a shortage of batteries, but the electronics might be fried. You're absolutely right. There's going to be no shortage of batteries. We can have batteries all day. The problem is nobody will ever know how to control them or how to utilize them. Key says, wire them in series, I can weld anything. That's incredible. I give him that. I really do. But I challenge you, Keith, what if you need 12 milliamps. What do you do at that point? You're trying to repower a portable hard drive attached to a cell phone that has a ton of data that you need. You can't overpower it. The minute you do, you melt the circuit and it's dead. What do you do at that point? Unfortunately, that's the world we live in right now. Like, we have to understand that. Back in the day, you could take, oh God, I'm going to talk about my age. How many of you remember when you bought a flashlight and it took C or D batteries, right? And the damn things were so big, you could take a D battery out of a flashlight and huck that motherfucker and crack somebody's skull open. Like it was that big, right? But what did you do when those batteries were dead, right? I got some of them chunky flashlights, Fly says. Well, if we're talking about modern times, maybe 90s to now, you could probably buy like a C cell battery. Like back in my day, you'd buy a mag light, and the mag light had like what, 8D batteries in that bitch? Like it was stupid. Fun fact, back in the day, the biker gangs were prohibited from carrying batons or bats or weapons. And they would carry those mag lights because they had like 5D batteries in them and they were in an aluminum tube. And that damn thing would crack your skull open in a minute. Like the minute you pulled that bitch out, it was a baton and you're going to town. But you could always justify to the police, oh, no, it's just a flashlight. I need it to check on my motorcycle. Like, I need light to be able to work on it. That thing was a thing for, Jesus, how long? I mean, you'd carry that mag light and it was trying to join. I'm sorry, Liam, click. Are you clicking the link that's pinned? If I have to, if I have to refresh everything and get you back in here, I'd love to hear you. But all right, hold on. Let me give you one more time. Let's do it this way, brother. Try that one. I'm pretty sure it's the same, but it may take you to a spot where you have to pick a studio and confirm your settings and a bunch of dumb shit like that. To the 9 beautiful souls that are in here tonight, I love every one of you. I appreciate y'all so much. Plywood said, I have to see. I can do a proper pre-inspection trip of my. Somebody has rode a bike more than a couple times. But yeah, that's what it was about. It wasn't about the flashlight. It was about the ability to beat somebody's head within an inch of their life with that stupid big ass flashlight. Hold on. I got to go off camera. I'm going to play my theme song for a second while I go use the restroom.
You know what this callous hands working this red dirt land, picking up scraps and broken things, making them work again. Mike will make it, Mike will make it, from the dust and rust and pain. Mike will make it, Mike will make it, something strong from what remains. Mike will make it. You seen it land in the heat, sweat dripping on concrete, taking your trash you're thrown away, building tomorrow today. Mike will make it, Mike will make it, from the dust and rust and pain. Mike will make it, Mike will make it, Mike will make it. Listen, make it. Folks, let me tell you about the way I live. Taking scraps from the junkyard, got so much to give. West Texas wind blowing hard across my face, but I keep on building steady at my own pace. You throw it out, I pick it up, make it brand new. Metal beams and wooden planks, I see right through to what they could become in these weathered hands. While you're sitting pretty, I'm making my stand. Rusty nails and broken glass, that's my gold mine. Every piece tells a story, every scar defines the man I am, the work I do, the life I chose. When the dust settles down, everybody knows. When the well runs dry and the bank says no, I'll be here still, making something grow. Mike will make it, Mike will make it, from the dust and rust and pain. Mike will make it, Mike will make it, something strong from what remains. Mike will make it, Mike will make it, till the sun burns out again. Mike will make it.
Sorry, there we go. Can you hear me now? Are we good now? Can you hear me good? Sorry, check, check. Testicles, 1, 2. Testicles, 1, 2. I wanted to mute out me having to go take a leak on the side of the shop. Sorry about that. Hold on 2 seconds. I hope that tonight's video made you guys start thinking about maybe I can make my way out of problems that seem to be out of your control? Meaning the water goes down, the power's out, there's no heat. Back to basics. Let me go find. Hold on. It's not back to basics, Jim. Let me find it. I feel bad because I can't find it in the chat. Thank you, Heather. Admittedly, if I'm honest, I have a copy of the book inside, and I traditional American skills. Thank you, Fly. For those of you that don't know, Fly is a bibliophile, and she is incredible at keeping track of her books and her research and her knowledge. Um, Traditional American skills. It's hold on, Jim. Let me find it. Back to basics. How to learn and enjoy traditional American skills by Reader's Digest. Like, it's a compilation of incredible things. The title is long. It's Back to Basics: How to Learn and Enjoy Traditional American Skills. Yes, Reader's Digest is the author, and yes, they are bomb.com. Well, they were back in the day. And as I remember, that one was fairly recent. Like, when I say recent, I mean literary recent. Like, they put it out in like the 90s or something. Like, it was pretty damn recent. It's not like a 16th century tree. Oh, there's Liam. What's up, brother? How you doing, Ryan?
Good. Can you hear me today?
Yes, I can hear you, man. How you doing,
All
man?
right. Good.
Murph.
Hold on a second. Let me mute the screen. All right. There we go.
I'm so damn glad you're here, Liam. How you been, brother?
I've been doing all right. How about yourself?
Dude, listen, I've got 900 kinds of things I can fucking argue about, but I'm surviving, brother. I'm
Yeah.
doing
Well,
well.
I hear you. You know, you did that one video around Christmas time, man. That hit me. You got
I'm
shit
sorry,
going
man.
on.
I
I
didn't
don't know
mean
the
to. I
details,
didn't mean
but
to do anything
I
stupid
don't
to
need to
people.
know the details. I just know that what you were saying, man. That hit home.
I'll tell you the truth, man. I 2 days before Christmas, I had a heart attack.
Holy shit.
And yeah, it was pretty fucked up. Well, 2 days after Christmas, the hospital let me out. And I came home and I found out that how do I say this diplomatically? That significant other that I had had for 20 years had vacated the premises.
Mm.
To cohabitate with a meth mouth trailer park hillbilly that had sparked her fancy.
That's I'm sorry to hear that.
I mean, it is what it is. I mean,
You're right.
I
You're right. Absolutely. My best friend went through that about shit. At this point, it was probably 15 years ago, and I was right there with him the whole time. It was a real interesting time of his life.
I mean,
And
I'll be honest. I'm not even upset about all that kind of shit. Like, it is what it is, you know?
sure,
But it was incredibly rapid the way that it all went down, you
Hmm.
know? Like, if that's what we're doing, okay, cool, great, you know? There we go. Fly says, how's your heart? I've gone to the cardiacs and the entomologists, and they think I'm okay, and I seem to agree with their sentiment. As fucked up as it is, maybe she was driving me to that condition.
yeah,
Like, I'm feeling pretty fucking good. Like, since she left, emotions aside, let's just say that. Emotions aside, I have a fucking incredible house. I mean, I bought a couple of trucks. I got a motorcycle. I can do whatever the fuck I want at this point. And yes, I'm older, I'm uglier, I'm stupider, or whatever the fuck. But I can't help to think in 2026, let's look at my dating potential. I'm a man who lives in a 3,000 square foot house in a cultivated neighborhood with landscapers and a pool. I pay all my own bills. I don't need shit from anyone. Maybe, maybe I'm decent dating material. Maybe.
well, even that aside, like you got skills, you got life skills, and that's all that really matters. And that's kind of what you're talking about tonight, anyway. Is what happens when the shit hits the fan and all goes to hell? What are we gonna do about it? And
And maybe that's what it is. Maybe this is my stupid psychological, I guess, motivation to reaffirm to myself, I'm going to be okay.
sure, Sure.
Yeah.
Well, we're all here for you, and if you ever need anything, reach out.
What I
But
need
at
some
the
members.
topic on hand you got tonight, the big thing with that, in my mind, is having physical copies of
Right.
manuscripts, of books, of material to learn from. I know. I mean, if the world went to shit right now, I'd be screwed. I've got a
I'll tell
limited
you
set
the
of
truth.
skills, but I
Once
have
once
books.
everything happened, I'll tell you the truth. Once everything happened, I completely, and I am sorry for those of you that have been subscribed and membered to my channel. I dropped off. Like I didn't do anything other than CTP. But I did that because that whole time I was going back. Oh, this is the definition, in my opinion, of going back to basics. I went back and I read Marcus Aurelius. I went back and I read Machiavelli. I went back and I read Carl Jung. I went back and I read these big existential people, and I formulated these arguments in my head, these debates between Marcus Aurelius and Machiavelli, or Carl Jung and damn it, what was his name? Nietzsche.
Hmm.
Like, what would that debate sound like? And it was a really paradigm affirming decision for me. Like, I understand where I am. I understand what I believe. I understand what I think is true. And after, it's like, that's bleak. But it's so centrically reaffirming, you know?
Yeah,
Like, I know where the fuck I stand, and I know what I don't stand for.
you
It's
should
crazy.
write. That's interesting that some of the dichotomies there, and some of the people that you mentioned, and the kind of the thought experiment going through your head. You should write a short story about that. It'd be interesting. Put put those different philosophers pitted against each other, and what would they say? That'd be interesting.
I mean, it's fascinating to think, like, Marcus Aurelius and Machiavelli. Machiavelli thinks in opportunity, and he thinks in advantage, and he assumes that everybody else thinks the same way. And Marcus Aurelius is a bit naive,
Hmm.
in my opinion, in that he's big about the inner fortress, like build my morals, my ethics, my character, and nothing will make me break that. But I'm interested to think what you or hear what you think about that. Machiavelli would say your morals and ethics are unbreakable. Talking to Marcus Aurelius.
Yeah.
But when you know that the whole of your empire could be destroyed because you didn't compromise a single time, would you still do it?
Hmm. That's
Like, would you compromise even once to save 1 million people?
it's funny. I'm actually reading a book. No, I'm listening to a
Miles
podcast
says
right
that's
now.
inspired to be much more like Aurelius. That's beautiful.
Yeah, I'm listening to a podcast right now that proposes some of the same things. The kind of the what do they call it? The train track problem, right?
Right? Yes,
Um,
that is, the train track problem has come up so many times
yeah,
in my research.
and it's a fun thought experiment for sure. Have
And
you read? Oh, it wasn't Douglas Adams. Who was it? It was shoot, I can't think of his name now for the life of me. The guy that wrote Dilbert, Scott Adams. There we go, Scott Adams.
yes, Scott Adams, yes.
So he wrote a couple of books. One of them is called God's Debris, and the other one I can't remember. There's a sequel to it.
Right.
Interesting thought experiments, though, and they're short stories. You can find them online for free.
Right. And
But
just to be clear, I think you won't judge me for this. Just to be clear, I'm an atheist. So I mean it's all about rational.
well, I'm pretty sure he was too. Um, it's a really really interesting read, though. It's a really interesting thought experiment. Um,
Pilato says, do the ends justify the means? Are you willing to lose your soul to ensure a future that you cannot actually ensure?
sure.
Ooh.
There's all kinds of cool reads out there, and back to what you were talking about earlier, like I keep physical copies of everything I like to read if I can get a copy of it.
Right.
Excuse me. Just because I don't trust digital media. I consume a lot of digital media, but I know that it's all fleeting. It can all go away really easily. So I keep physical copies of everything I enjoy, or that could be useful to me, just in case.
Right.
And I recommend that. If it's great to have ebooks and have all this access to all this information, but if everything goes to shit, then it's just not going to be there anymore.
Well,
And you got to
and
rely on memory.
I've done my best to download and be able to access locally all of those conflicting points of view. Like Fly says, Liam needs to join my next reading report. Now,
I'd like to
Fly
hear about that.
Fly is an incredible channel. If you don't subscribe to her, please
I'm going to do
do,
that right now. Hold on just a second.
because Fly is a falconer. She is a herpetologist. She is a bibliophile. She is incredibly intelligent.
I just subscribed.
Please do.
I'm going to
She
check that
is
out.
incredible. But at the end of the day, I wanted to get as many contrasting points of view as I could so that I could bring them together and understand something possibly objective, or at least meet in the middle, you know?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So,
So,
Liam, if the shit hit the fan in the morning when you woke up, what's the first thing you're going to look for?
the first thing, I'm going to my neighbor's house because he knows how to hunt and I don't. So I'm going to make sure we're still on good terms.
Do you agree with the idea that me holding up in a bunker is stupid compared to letting all my neighbors know I can build, I can fix, I can repair.
No,
I
no, I think if you have the skill, then that's going to become the asset that everybody wants, right? Right now in our society, the asset everybody wants is money, or
right.
they want fame, or because fame leads to money. Um, that's what everybody's seeking and what everybody strives for and everybody wants, and they want to take it from everybody else. But if all that's gone, then
Pilato says
now we're down to base skills, you know. And so that becomes the new currency is what can you do. So
exactly.
so no, I
That's
don't think it's a dumb idea at all to just hunker down and
that's the big
um,
one that's the big one that's to me all day long. I mean, eventually, even if in my neighborhood I had a hardcore apocalypse prepper that had been there for 20 years, and he's got a bunker that is hardened, and he's got stores of food, MREs for 20 years, eventually it's not going to be enough.
no, it'll eventually come out.
You know?
That reminds me of another book. Oh, I wish I could remember the name of it. I read it when I was a teenager, and I got to look it up because I've been meaning to reread it. It was a really really good book, but it was about the United States preparing for World War III had found a
Right.
way to phase a group of people into the crust of the earth, where they had created an underground bunker, something like that. Anyway, they come
Right.
back up when after the nuclear war happened,
Fly
and after
says
enough
my
time
side
had
of the
come
mountain.
by, and
Is that the
Rush,
book, Liam?
what's that?
My side of the mountain.
I can't remember the name of it for the life of me. But they had come up, and Russia had taken over the United States, and
Wolverines.
yeah, it was really really interesting read about how this group of people
I love Red Dawn. Just
it it wasn't Red Dawn, but it was
I
something
love
similar
Red
to that.
Dawn. Just random as shit. I love Red Dawn. I
Yeah,
mean, I love the message that Red Dawn gives us.
hmm.
Just it's beautiful.
I'll see if I can find it. I've been meaning to research it. It was a random paperback that I went to the library as a kid and just grabbed a paperback off the rack and said, "Oh, I'm going to read this." It was a
Right,
really,
right.
really interesting read, and it just made me think about a possibility that as an American kid in the '80s, it was all about the United States was the best and we were going to win no matter what. But what if we didn't?
Right. And
Anyway,
I think
it was a good counterpoint
I
and
gotta
another
tell
way to look
you,
at things.
because of how timely it was, I think that's why Red Dawn was so damn successful.
Hmm.
Because it was that counterpoint. It was that, oh, we're all stars and stripes and mom's apple pie and red, white, and blue. And, well, what are you going to do when these assholes come over here and tell you, fuck you? You
Yeah,
know?
yeah. What are you going to do if we don't win?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And so you need to read it by candlelight. Sorry, I'm catching up in the chat. Um, I have to ask because I'd probably be remiss if I didn't. Hold it up or burn it down. And I think you know what I mean. The total of our some current situation. Prop it up or burn it down.
Part of there is an old anarchist part of me that wants to burn it down, but
Right.
I think so much would be lost that, like, personally, I don't think I could individually survive. So I look at it from the other side because I'm not equipped for that. And
Flies is my first instinct is to burn it.
I think a lot of people they believe that, but are they prepared for the repercussions? I am not.
And
I'll be 100% off.
I think that's
Honest.
the thing that we should talk about. Like, there are plenty of people that's like, burn the whole fucking thing down. But they don't understand what that means when you do burn it down. I mean, it's cool to burn it down. I mean, that's what you need to do. That's fine. But you have to understand what this what the ashes look like. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely.
Right? But you got to understand, are you sure you're ready? And
Yeah.
maybe not in as much of an idealistic way as much as a personal way. If you want to burn it down, that's fine. But you can understand what that means for you in your neighborhood where you live right now. Burn it down? Fine. But there's going to be changes that you have to understand. And that's part of tonight. Like, you have to understand the ramifications of letting it burn. I'm not saying letting it burn is a good or bad thing. I'm saying just understand what you do before you make a decision.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, like, I've only got my own personal perspective to look from, and
Right?
as much as I'd like to see, as much as I'd like to see it burn, I could not. I don't think I could weather that storm. So, me personally,
It's
it's not something that I hope happens. Just
I have
because in the
six
outcome,
people I have 6 people still in here. And what I'm hoping to garner from this is maybe I can teach, train, example, and alleviate that. Like, okay, I can build a rudimentary generator. I can I can recharge my phone tomorrow. I can grow my own food. I can, you know what I mean? Like, those kind of things might be, unfortunately, closer than we want to acknowledge.
yeah, I agree in some respects, except that I think every generation, even if not once, more than once, has come across that. Um, they believe that's an eventuality, that it's going to happen. It
Yeah, I mean,
hasn't happened. It
that's
will
true.
happen
I mean,
eventually. Maybe this generation is the one where it does, but um, I kind of hold on to faith that history has shown that we survive as an overall society and keep going, and it doesn't all just burn to shit
right.
for the most part. And maybe that I don't know. Maybe that's just an idealistic
I
view.
love Fly talking about this. I wish you would come up here and talk to us, but Fear of the unknown. Rom didn't fall in a day. She's right. But Rome didn't have the advantage of the information superhighway.
True statement.
Rome would have probably fallen in 8 hours if it had gigabyte internet. You know what I mean? Like it would have been done. You know, like Et tu Brute would have been an afterthought. Like it would have been a formality.
Yeah, it's interesting with there's so many things that are different. I mean, just in in our lifetimes,
Right?
you know, how much has changed from when we were kids to now. I mean, it's a whole different paradigm shift.
Right.
You know, the things that we were afraid of back then almost don't exist anymore because of the change in technology. But now we have new fears to worry about.
Well, and that's the thing that makes it so dynamically different is that the cadence, the speed that information disseminates,
And
it,
misinformation.
it's magnitudes faster than, let's say, World War II. I
Sure.
mean, I guarantee if the Enigma machine for the Nazis was to be leaked on the internet maybe 5 years ago, it would have been all of about 30 minutes before some asshat on Reddit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Cracked it, done. You know, like, what's your channel name, Liam? Let me make sure I'm subscribed. The
Uh,
Maker's Murphy.
yeah. Maker's Murphy. Yep.
I think that's why everything is so unconventional or dissimilar to our precedent. Is that in the past, information moves so slow.
Absolutely.
I had time to deliberate my response, but I don't. Everything is ridiculously lightning speed.
Yeah, it's instantaneous now.
Yeah. So, and that's a good and bad thing.
I agree.
I'm going to be sorry, Liam. I'm I'm going to be anti-patriotic. I think that in the early 90s, when the internet grabbed its momentum, I knew at that point that borders were gone. I knew that was going to happen because at that point I am message and have a conversation with somebody in Hyperabad. I can have a conversation with somebody in Tehran. I could have another one with somebody in Beijing. And I all of those conversations were not, I guess, monitored or censored. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
the minute I could communicate freely with the world is the minute I could understand my global place on earth.
But what's really funny about that, and I have this conversation with my students all the time, even though that exists, people don't people don't utilize that ability. Like for me, it was the late '90s, early 2000s when I finally had broadband, and I came to the same realization. And now I'll tell my students, they'll ask me a question. I'm like, and it may be something completely unrelated to what we're talking about, and I may or may not have the answer, but I'll say you literally have all of the information in the world in the palm of your hand. Feel
Right.
free to look it up. People are so reluctant to do that, to learn, to learn for themselves. Even though we
And
have
the messed up
access to
part is,
everything.
I think they're scared. I think they're scared to do that.
I don't even know if it's I don't even know if it's fear. I think it's just they don't realize, because they use it for so many innocuous things.
Right.
It, it's about what can they post on their Instagram and the feeds that they can watch, but they never use it for increasing their level of knowledge, for bettering themselves. I mean, I'm just as guilty. I'll doom scroll myself, but I also use the access to that kind of power and that kind of
I think
information to better myself as well.
I think that's the double-edged sword that we have never come to terms with, which is I can just as easily swing to the internet and find cognitive dissonance and people that will echo chamber what I believe as easily as I could realistically reach out to the world and find out that things aren't that simple.
Sure.
You know? I mean, I learned it way before the internet, way back in the 90s when I was in the army, you know? And I was stationed in Bosnia, in Croatia, Herzegovina, Serbia. And I learned that, hey, there's Triple J. What's up, brother? Good to see you, man. I learned back then that your point of view is yours.
Sure.
And as much as your apple pie, red, white, and blue, fucking stars and stripes, hey, you might be wrong. Can I show you how you might be wrong?
Hmm.
You know? I mean, I went to France when I was in the army, and it shocked me how many times me as a GI got thrown shit at me, got spit on. And this was in the 90s. Like, there was nothing going on. But no, hey, come to the River Seine. You want to see your Eiffel Tower? Come on, let me show you. And there's another copy of the Statue of Liberty in the middle of the goddamn river. And they've graffitied that motherfucker and fucking thrown shit at it and like, fuck America. Like, it was the craziest thing I ever seen. It was a shell shock for me. Like, I thought we were the fucking beacon of the world. You know?
Well, and that's the propaganda machine working.
And then I realized, the rest of us on planet Earth, we've developed pretty goddamn good ideas too. Maybe your good idea may not be so good here.
Hmm.
You know?
Man, gotten into some deep stuff tonight, huh?
Yeah.
I love it.
I'm so glad Triple J showed up. Love you, Mike. Appreciate you. Thank you, Liam.
I got to
Appreciate
head
you,
out,
bro.
Mike. And but I'm glad I was able to get on with you and actually get the audio to work. And I can't wait for the next one.
Mm. I have had an incredible time tonight. I had like 14 people watching tonight, which was
Hey,
no,
you
that
know
was
what? That actually makes me feel good because I've got, I think, a total of 149 subscribers at this point. I had 6 at one point. I was like, woohoo! That's awesome. You
I'm
got
busting my ass.
1,600. You got 10 times
I
as
know.
many.
I
So
will
that
tell you
doesn't
the
make me feel
truth.
so bad.
The channel is flatlined. It's starting to go down. I'm hoping to change it around. I hope I do. I can't blame anybody for unsubscribing or stopping their memberships. I can't blame them. Like, I've had a lot of stupid shit happen in my life. And Norm, good to see you, man. I haven't I haven't been as diligent as I should. So
I hear
I
you.
hope you guys will.
But you know what? I just got to say, you're one of the real ones, and that's why I keep coming back to this channel. There's some other people that I've subscribed to that I was following for a bit, but they just became so commercialized that I can't. I'll go back every now and then, but yours is one that I keep coming back to because it's real and I love it. So anybody who's out there that's not subscribed that happens to be here tonight, Mike's the real one, and he's worth keeping around.
Murph, I love you, man. Thank you.
Yeah. Have a
I'm
good one, Mike. I'm gonna head out.
make like a fetus, baby. Thank all of you for staying in here with me. I'm trying to keep up with the chat. Hold on. My God. Okay. Is that better? Okay. Norm, Plywood, good to see y'all. I love every one of y'all. I I've had I was, I've had a hell of a time lately. I know that. But good night, Norm. I commit that I'm gonna be turning it up and giving you guys what you deserve. Thank you guys for all your support. Love you guys. Fly says I'm gonna stream multiple times this weekend. Please subscribe to Fly. She's a great girl. She has got wonderful content. Way more interesting than me. Because my God, she's a bibliophile. She is a fucking falcon trainer, for God's sake. I mean, she's got stupid numbers of fucking incredible things to watch. But for my silly ass, I might go to bed. I love you guys. Thank you for tuning in. There's 8 of you, but you are my 8 most beautiful people in the world. Thank you. Love you guys. Good night.